YouTube familia, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing all the symptoms that I went through because of prostatitis. A lot of you guys have been coming into my comment sections and a lot of my videos and just asking, what were all your symptoms? And to be honest, it's easier to make a video and point people to that direction instead of me having to type all my symptoms down every single time somebody comes into my comment section and asks for the symptoms that I had and went through because of prostatitis. So hopefully you guys get something good out of this video. Hopefully it helped you guys in any way. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and even share it with your family or friends that you feel like will help from this video. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Alright, so I actually wrote my symptoms down so I wouldn't leave anything out, and I just have it on a little quick sheet of paper so I can go through them with you guys. First and foremost, I think one of the first symptoms that I had was lower back pain, and the lower back pain was just really bad. Kind of seems as if almost when you either sleep bad or when you're sitting down in a chair for so long and you feel that lower back pain. That's how everything started, and I really thought I was suffering from something called the sciatic nerve pain, but I think the sciatic nerve had to do something with it, but that's because my prostate was inflamed, which at that point I didn't know, and it was squeezing the muscles and the nerves going down your buttocks, your butt muscle. So I think that nerve was being squeezed, and one of those issues were just me having a lot of back pain, a lot of just lower back pain, and a lot of shivering, having weakness in my legs, and just feeling like my muscles were weak. Now these symptoms got a little bit worse once I ejaculated, right? Once I came, every time I will start feeling this pain in my lower back being worse, and then the weakness in my leg just felt like as if when your leg falls asleep and you start walking and you just have that leg weakness, something like that. And then obviously I had that pain of going down what I felt like was my sciatic nerve, and then just my butt muscles just being kind of sore, and I wouldn't understand. I thought everything was because of my lower back pain, but at that point I didn't know. But obviously when I did ejaculate and I did finish, those symptoms would just get even worse, and at that point obviously I wasn't understanding why, but now we know because it's prostatitis. Now also when ejaculating, I used to have a lot of abdominal pain, and at first it started with my gastro issues. A lot of you guys know that I suffer from a lot of gastro issues, and obviously the gastro issues were really bad already, but whenever I ejaculated and I would finish, my stomach issues and my chest issues would get even worse, and one of those symptoms were my heart raising. I don't understand why that was, and to be honest, until this day I really don't know why my heart will race so bad because of my prostate issues. I can't really explain it. All I can say is, I've had a lot of trauma in my chest area because of all the surgeries that I've had, especially with the hiatal hernia repair and, the knee duplication and the Lynx implant. So I don't understand how my inflamed prostate, every time I would ejaculate, would cause my heart to raise. But I just know that, when you do finish, you squeeze a lot of the muscles in your chest and your stomach, because of all those rush of emotions that you get, and that just I guess maybe triggered a nerve or something that would cause my heart to raise. And those moments were really scary because it kind of made me feel like I would need to call an ambulance. And along with those came with the shivers because I was scared and anxious. So that was probably one of the worst things that I've experienced in my lifetime. Okay, let's keep going with more prostatitis symptoms. Pain in my penis, right? my penis. It's just for some reason when I would ejaculate, I would feel that discomfort. And sometimes it's pain, and sometimes it's discomfort. Sometimes it's both, right? Because pain leads to discomfort. So pain also in the tip of my penis, kind of like when let's, for example, right? If I would ejaculate, then that I feel like afterwards my penis would kind of throb, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And it's very discomforting, and it's really, I was just like, man, this is really bad. So alongside that came also the feeling of wanting to pee a lot, right? So when I had prostatitis, not only did I want to go to the restroom a lot and fairly quickly to go pee, but also whenever I would ejaculate, that feeling would stay there, as if like as soon as I ejaculated, I would go pee, right? Which is, to be honest, from my experience, it's kind of normal, but I felt like I still wanted to go even after I just went, and that feeling is very annoying. You know, it's very tedious, and I really it kind of sucks because it takes you know a couple minutes or maybe sometimes an hour or so to just try to fade away because of what you just did, either masturbation or sex you had that led to it. Also, I talked about the abdomen pain in the chest situation, but also in my bladder, like down here, I will have a lot of pain, and it felt really discomforting. Something that I never felt before. For some reason, I don't know why I relate this to this, and excuse me if I do this, but to women, I felt like it was almost like getting cramps whenever a woman's on her period. Of course, I don't understand, and this is just me, just assuming, but it just felt really, really bad. You know what I mean? And I apologize if I make any analogies that just maybe they don't make sense. But to me, that's it felt like I was this small pain in my bladder section, and it's just hurt, and there's no way that you can do anything about it to make it better. You just kind of let it go with time, and a couple minutes passed or an hour or so made it feel a little bit better. My dog started barking real quick, so let me cut the video, but I'm going to continue in a little bit, so give me 1 second. All right, guys, let's continue the video. Last time I remember one of the videos, my dog was barking a lot. You can just hear in the background, and it was kind of annoying, so I didn't want to put you guys through that again. But all right, let's keep going. Another symptom this is rare, but for sure it was something that was just as painful as anything, and that was pain in my anus. Typically, I would feel this pain kind of going down my scrotum and then also my anus, and it just felt just excruciating, to be honest. And I would kind of like lay in my bed and just grab my stomach, and obviously there's no way that I can just, it kind of felt like I wanted to be in a fetal position, just like laying in my bed and just staying there. And that's the only way that I felt like was comforting for me, for that pain to go away. And like I said, a lot of these issues came after ejaculating, but it was in rare occasions that I felt like my anus was just really, really painful, and then my scrotum was just really, really hurting. The pain is just really terrible. So I feel for you guys whenever you guys tell me that, or write in my comment section, because it's just really bad. Now, I gotta say something, but in my mind, I don't remember exactly if this was, because I forgot about, I had so many symptoms, right? But in back when I was going through things, I was just dealing it on a day-to-day, and it's been about 2 years now since everything started, but I remember to some point having blood in my urine. Now, I would constantly go to the restroom for about 2 to 3 days. I remember, maybe even 3 to 4 or 5 days actually, that I was peeing blood, just straight up blood. And I'm not sure if this was caused by my prostatitis, but I believe it was, because when I started taking medication to heal my prostate, things started getting better, and eventually I started the blood in my urine was fading away. But for some time, I remember that I was just peeing blood, and it was one of the most scariest things, because every time you go to the restroom, you know, I was just peeing blood, which is not normal at all. I do gotta say though, once I started taking medication for that, within, you know, a couple of days it went away, and it went away from pretty quickly actually. So let's say, you know, I started taking the medication today. You know, tomorrow, the next day, I'm still peeing blood, maybe just not as much. But all of a sudden, the next day, bam, it went away. No more blood in my coming from my bladder. So, you know, everything went back to normal, which, you know, I was really thankful for. And ever since then, I haven't had those issues. But that was really, really scary, because, man, peeing blood is just, I feel like it was kind of like something you see out of a movie, you know what I mean? Like a horror movie. Also, I do want to add I did not have any bad smells, you know, when it came to either my penis, you know, stinking, or the tip of my penis stinking, or having extra odors. I don't believe, or I don't remember it smelling bad at all. So yeah. And then another symptom, burning after ejaculation. I've talked about something similar in the pain in my penis, but I also felt like there was some burning, but it's not like burning when I peed. It was more burning after I ejaculated or I released myself, and there was this burning sensation with that throbbing sensation going along. And that's the best way I can explain it, just that burning feeling. But it wasn't while I urinated. It was mainly after I would you know, release myself. So those are basically all my symptoms that I suffered from. I do want to add one more though that just came on top of my head. A lot of you guys question, how is my semen? My semen, you know, stays white. It hasn't changed. I know some of you guys have commented that, you know, you have black semen. I've only heard that through you guys, and you know, some of the symptoms that you guys might have. I'm not sure what that is exactly, but I never had any other color semen that is just white. You know, throughout my whole process, before, during, and after prostatitis, it's always been white, and everything, the urine tests, you know, now are coming clean. Everything's coming clean. So that's that. So hopefully you guys got something from the video. You learned a lot from it, from my experience. You know, these are probably more than 10 symptoms that I had just from, you know, one health issue, which is inflamed prostate. So it's a lot to deal with. You know, I think it's a constant battle that we have to do, and we have to take care of ourselves, you know, even watch our diets, and take care of our lifestyles, because once you start, you know, either feeling better or start in the road of healing, I think our lifestyles kind of, you know, they just change, and we have to accommodate to that, so we can just manage it very well and learn from it. So I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for all the love, man. Thank you for always guys being here, showing love and support. I appreciate it. And see you guys on the next one. Peace and love, baby. Peace.